Okay, so I read a story and it was pretty interesting. It happened to be that the way it says, suppose you are entering into a small room, half lit, dark, small room, and you saw something lying on the rope, and you mistook it as a snake. Afraid, you switch on the light, and you notice that there was no snake, it's just a rope. And the way the story forward in its due course of time, it explains the situation in a very significant way. It says that, understand this fact, there was no snake from the beginning. It's just your mind, the way it experienced, you took something in a wrong approach. The moment you switch on the light, you notice that it's not a snake, it's just a rope. So the significance of light here is knowledge. So switching on the light is enhancing your own capacity with additional knowledge, and you are experiencing the same scenario with a different perspective. That's what actually Vedanta is also says, Advaita Vedanta. It happened to be that I read a book published by Ramakrishna Mission, and it's so encouraging the way they represent the facts. So the Vedic standpoint about Advaita Vedanta is only about enhancing knowledge. And it says that it may not be always the way you see things in your daily life, could have similar experiences for every aspect that probably you are experiencing. It's just a personality that you are wearing. Persona is a Greek word which means mask, and from that the personality comes. So if you have a certain personality which is restricting you to approach something, or say something, or do something, it's just because you are wearing a personality. People think about that, okay, this is you, but may not be that is actually you. So, understanding the fact probably in the certain way, and the first go could be a little difficult, that the way it happens to me, but it is actually true. The way it actually defines the whole aspect about acquiring new knowledge, about enhancing your own skill set, is about controlling your mind. They say that the mind is your best friend and worst enemy, but how do you differentiate it? So an uncontrolled mind is your worst enemy, but a controlled mind is your best friend. So an uncontrolled mind is quite egoistic, and it says that if you are listening something, it's just a function, and when you say that I am listening, it is an egoistic approach. But then the way you have to define is that the moment you introspect things with little more knowledge, and acquiring little more knowledge if you do not have, you would be able to find out a significant difference between that egoistic approach and self-respect. And it is so true. If you get a chance to read about all these things, I would strongly suggest that go ahead, read it. There are a lot of books available, there are a lot of literature available over internet, and if you are able to follow the Ramakrishna Mission Society, there are a lot of interesting articles that they have published, and it does help in a certain way. I remember one word by Milton in his Paradise Lost. He says that a pack of mind, controlled mind or uncontrolled mind, can make a heaven out of a hell or a hell out of a heaven. So it's about you, how you define it. Thank you.